Vadim Aleksandrovich Nemkov, born June 20, 1992, is a Russian professional mixed martial artist and a sambo competitor. He currently competes in the heavyweight division of the PFL, where he is the current and inaugural heavyweight world champion. He formerly competed in the light heavyweight division of Bellator MMA, where he was the longest reigning light heavyweight world champion. As of March 26, he is number 3 in the PFL men's pound-for-pound rankings. Nemkov is the younger brother of Viktor Nemkov and a protégé of the heavyweight MMA and sambo master Fedor Emelianenko. Background: Vadim Aleksandrovich Nemkov was born in Zhezkazgan, Kazakhstan on June 20, 1992. He grew up in the village of Tomarovka in Russia's Belgorod Oblast. According to Nemkov, his father moved the family to Tomarovka after visiting the area and finding work near the city of Belgorod. Nemkov began training in martial arts at a young age, often following his older brother Viktor, who was a mixed martial artist and judoka. Upon entering the 9th grade, Nemkov began attending a camp in Staryasko, where Russian MMA star Fedor Emelianenko and his team were training. Following graduation from high school, Nemkov served in the Russian Spetsnaz GRU before joining Fedor team full-time. Mixed martial arts career. Early career. As part of mixed martial arts, Nemkov made his debut on May 31, 1993. The technical knockout that knocked out Magomed Dadziev brought victory to Vadim. Less than a month later, on June 27th, he also defeated Andrei Trufaikin by TKO. The next were the Pole Mikhail Gutovsky, 10-3 at the time of the fight, and the Romanian Isidor Cumia, who generally appeared in professional MMA for the first and last time. They lost in the first round. As a result, having gained a series of 4 early victories, already in 2015, Vadim was signed to Rizin. Rizin Fighting Federation. Rizin Fighting World Grand Prix 2015. In November 2015, the Japanese fight promotion and successor to Pride Fighting Championships, Rizin Fighting Federation, announced the brackets for a heavyweight Grand Prix to be held on December 29th and 31st. It was announced Nemkov would make his Rizin debut against Goran Relic. He won the bout by knockout in the first round, advancing to the semifinals 2 days later. In the semifinals on December 31st, Nemkov faced Jiří Prohaska, losing via retirement due to being too exhausted at the end of the first 10-minute round. Rizin won. Nemkov returned to face Carl Albrechtsson 16 on April 16, 2016 at Rizin 1. He lost the fight via split decision. Rizin Fighting World Grand Prix 2016 second round. After a fight in Russia for Fight Nights Global, Nemkov again competed in Rizin against Alisson Vicente on December 29, 2016 at Rizin FFWGP second round. He won the fight via TKO in the first round. Fight Nights Global. Fight Nights Global 50, Emelianenko vs. Maldonado. On June 17, 2016, Nemkov fought Mikołaj Różański on the Fight Nights Global 50 Emelianenko v Maldonado card in St. Petersburg, Russia. He won the fight via TKO in the first round. Bellator MMA. On August 25, 2017, Nemkov made his Bellator debut against Felipe Lins at Bellator 182. He won the fight by knockout in the first round. In his second bout for the promotion, Nemkov faced former Bellator light heavyweight champion Liam McGarry at Bellator 194 on February 16, 2017. He won the fight via TKO due to leg kicks in the third round. Nemkov faced another former Bellator light heavyweight champion in Phil Davis on November 15, 2018 at Bellator 209. He won the closely contested bout via split decision. In the beginning of 2019, Nemkov signed a new multi-fight contract with Bellator MMA. As the first fight of the contract, Nemkov faced former Bellator middleweight champion Rafael Carvalho at Bellator 230 on October 12, 2019. Nemkov won the bout via submission in the second round. Bellator light heavyweight world champion. After racking up 4 straight wins in Bellator, 3 of which against former Bellator title holders, Nemkov was signed to challenge Ryan Bader at Bellator 242 on May 9, 2020 for the Bellator Light Heavyweight World Championship. However, it was later announced that Bellator 242 and Nemkov's bout against Bader was being postponed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The bout with Bader was rescheduled and took place on August 24 at Bellator 244. Nemkov won the bout via second-round technical knockout to capture the Bellator Light Heavyweight title. On February 9, 2021, it was announced that Nemkov would be defending the Bellator Light Heavyweight title in the Bellator Light Heavyweight World Grand Prix tournament. It was announced that Nemkov would make his first title defense against Phil Davis, a rematch of their November 2018 bout, which saw Nemkov win via split decision. The bout took place at Bellator 257 on April 16, 2021. Nemkov won the bout via unanimous decision, with Nemkov controlling the first 3 rounds on the feet. In the semifinals of the Grand Prix, Nemkov was scheduled to face Anthony Johnson on October 16, 2021 at Bellator 68. On September 18, it was announced that Johnson was pulled from the Grand Prix due to an undisclosed illness, and he was replaced by Julius Anglicus. Nemkov dominated the fight with wrestling and ground and pound, eventually winning via submission in round 4. In the finals of the Bellator Light Heavyweight World Grand Prix tournament, Nemkov took on Corey Anderson for the 205-pound title, as well as the $1 million prize on April 15, 2022 at Bellator 277. The fight ended in a no contest after an accidental clash of heads resulted in a cut on Nemkov's left brow that rendered him unable to continue. The rematch of the finals took place on November 18, 2022 at Bellator 288. Nemkov was able to stop all the takedowns of Anderson, going 16 for 16, and picked Anderson apart from distance on the way to defending his belt and winning the $1 million prize for winning the Grand Prix via unanimous decision. Nemkov was scheduled to defend his title against Yoel Romero on February 4, 2023, at Bellator 290. However, Nemkov was forced to withdraw due to undisclosed reason, and the bout was scrapped. In January 2023, Bellator announced that it had signed a multi-year, multi-fight contract with Nemkov. The fight with Yoel Romero was rebooked and eventually took place on June 16, 2023, at Bellator 297. Nemkov won the fight via unanimous decision. Moved to heavyweight. On January 17, 2024, Nemkov announced that he was vacating the Bellator Light Heavyweight World Championship and moving up to heavyweight. Nemkov faced 2021 PFL heavyweight champion Bruno Capoloza on February 24, 2024 at PFL vs. Bellator. He won by arm triangle submission in the second round. After Ante Delia withdrew for unknown reasons, Nemkov was scheduled to face Bellator light heavyweight world champion Corey Anderson in a heavyweight bout for their third meeting on January 25, 2025 at Bellator Champion Series 6, also marketed as PFL Road to Dubai Champion Series. However, on December 15th, Anderson stated that the fight was off because he is too tough of a fight for Nemkov, and Nemkov instead faced Timothy Johnson. He won the fight via a rear naked choke submission in the first round. Professional Fighters League. Nemkov faced 2023 PFL heavyweight tournament winner Renan Ferreira for the inaugural PFL heavyweight championship on December 13, 2025 at PFL Europe 4. Nemkov won the bout via submission in the first round. Personal life. Nemkov served in the 16th Spetsnaz Brigade in 2010. Championships and accomplishments. Professional Fighters League. PFL Heavyweight World Championship. Current inaugural. Bellator MMA. Bellator Light Heavyweight World Championship. 1 time. 4 successful title defenses. Most consecutive light heavyweight title defenses in Bellator MMA history. 4. 2021 Bellator Light Heavyweight World Grand Prix winner. PFL vs. Bellator Champion of Champions Super Belt, 1 time. Rising Fighting Federation, 2015 Rising World Grand Prix semifinalist. MMA Saka, 2020 Non-UFC Breakout Star of the Year. MMA Fighting, 2025 Third Team MMA All-Star.